All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to What's Happening. It's another episode, and of course, we have a juicy story for you. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen the REMA walking out on stage. Yeah, of course. But I want to know your insights. Now, some TNI and Jesus, my village people are saying, and I'm not even, no offense, but I'm not even Yoruba though, but my Jesus Christ.
Fired.
Oh my God. But yeah, Samsi, I mean, you saw the video of him walking out.
I did.
I think we both have similar, like we agree. But then today
it was right.
Yes,
to
of
have
course.
Walked out, but I also I agree, but
I want to play devil's advocate.
I agree, but okay.
What do you think?
Okay.
Before I get into it,
here's my but. So I agree that he should have walked out. Like, I agree that he did the right thing, so to speak. And I like the way that he did it. He did not talk down on people. He just said, "Oh, Africa is in the house. This shouldn't be as it is. People came here before, and everything was set up for them. Why is it now that Africa is about to, there was a way he said it, basically, that this is happening." And I like that he kept saying Africa. He didn't make it about himself as an artist. And I think that's what actually people like. I do not think now, okay, before I go to say what I'm about to say, I like how he did that. And I think he made a valid point by saying everything was set up for the people that came before him. And just in case you didn't know, this is a J. Cole concert, actually. This Dreamville concert was a J. Cole concert. It has
to be perfect.
And REMA was a guest, so to speak, on this show. So how do you prioritize other people? And then it comes to his turn, and the engineers didn't even look like they knew what they were doing. They weren't even looking like they were trying to assist or trying to find a solution. And even after he said what he said, he started singing, like, okay, let the show go on type thing. But he started singing and nobody could hear what he was singing. Like, who does that? It's like, okay, I pointed out that there's a fault somewhere. Rather than fixing it, you just left it.
Yeah, okay, so
any rational person would walk out. But my but in this whole thing was, the reputation, like his reputation, how it will look, being that he was invited on.
Exactly, because this is what I'm going to. This is where
J. Cole's team and all of that.
Yeah, this is where I want to buttress the point.
Bad reflection, so to speak. So you could say he was right, but it would have still reflected badly.
So this is what I want to buttress the point. Like, this is your first time, right? On performing at a J. Cole's concert or whatever it is. So. But I feel like, I don't know, if he was an upcoming artist, would he make mention of these things? No, he literally just tried to sing his way through and then come outside and be like,
but if he was an up and coming artist, he would not have been invited on that platform to begin with.
That is true. But also, can we also like I said, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm not in support of them at all. Okay. At all. So I'm just trying to, I want a conversation where it's a two-way side.
I feel you.
Could it also be that those DJs, I know you've made mention of it, but the sound engineers and everything, maybe something messed up. Even them, they were confused. It could be that they were what's the word? Trying to figure it out. But exactly, when you're looking for something, you're like, wait. Yeah, it could be. So
here's the thing. According to comments, because I read a lot of comments, people who watched the show and all of that, people were saying after he walked out, they started setting up the stage. They started setting up the stage for J. Cole.
I mean, obviously, this show is for J. Cole, right?
Granted. But I can promise you that when J. Cole comes on that stage,
so are you saying
this
that
will not happen? Are
you saying that they're looking down on African artists or they're being partially racist?
No, not necessarily. I'm just saying that they did not think he was a priority. They did not give him the same accord
that they give the others. Yeah.
And if by any means something actually happened that they couldn't figure out at that point in time, then we could say that, okay, maybe that was a one-off, but it was still odd because it's not like he walked out immediately after he said what he said. He sang for a bit and we still couldn't hear him. the crowd was singing, trying to cover up the whole situation. You could read his lips and he was singing "Calm Down" and everything.
Also, and I saw comments where
I
saw comments where like people were like, oh, in as much as they're not in support of what happened, that people should not act like it was deliberately done to Rema. It felt like people were like, oh, you are deliberately doing this to Rema. It was targeted at Rema, because at the end of the day,
agree that I don't think
it wasn't deliberately done to Rema.
I don't think
so. The whole Africa thing, I think maybe most people faced some challenges, but they didn't show it. How would you know if Rema didn't like come out to talk about it? Maybe they did, and nobody actually knew about it because they sang their way through it.
It's a lie. Here's why I say it's a lie. Let me tell you why it's a lie.
You know why?
Because when he was singing, technical difficulties can play out in different ways. But I don't know what the sound situation was when he was talking.
Maybe it was really, really bad. It was sounding fine.
We heard him. But then he started to sing. And then we didn't hear him.
So maybe they didn't want him to sing.
No, I'm not even saying that. I'm saying it's possible that the engineers were lost. It's possible that something went wrong that they couldn't fix on the spot immediately.
On his own performance.
I agree with all of it. It's very possible.
On his own performance.
But I'm also saying that he's right for working out.
No, he's actually really right.
How else was he supposed to? Even the songs that he was singing, from the video I saw, you could hear "Calm Down" in the background. I'm sure the DJ must have been playing it, so you could hear it in the background. But it was not enough for an actual performance. Now, some people would argue and say that that was an opportunity to show that he's a professional, because you could have used that opportunity to be like, let your crowd control and crowd participation skills show off in times like this. Exactly. You could engage the crowd more, let them do most of the singing, just do a bit of something, people come onto the stage, do a bit of dance, something, that could at least make up for the time that he was supposed to be on that stage. But we all know that if you've seen anything concerning Rema, his previous concerts,
he delivers. That is not how he operates. Yeah, but I'm also saying comment that, look, at the Dreamville Festival, it was the mic, the sound, everything was just messed up for most of the artists. But yes, actually, it was messed up for nearly all the artists, even for J. Cole.
So are you saying that when he said that the people who came before him had good sound, he was lying?
I was not there. That's why I said they didn't really show other people's performance. We wouldn't have known about the festival if this had not happened.
Yes, but going by, did you in a lot of comments in the comment
section? Let me read one that I just saw. The person said, no, this was not intentional. They had a lot of sound issues. I was there. His whole Dreamville group, 50 Cent and many others, had sound and mic issues as well. Sound was an overall issue the past weekend. So don't spin the narrative because overall this was a very put together. So basically it wasn't.
I understand you.
You're trying
to say it wasn't targeted at him.
Yeah, but the way the narrative is going through is like, oh, they targeted Rema, they targeted Africa.
I don't know.
No, there's a lot of comments on that.
I feel like that's just people are just being unnecessarily dramatic.
I mean, obviously, especially when it is an African artist.
Yes. But being that, as you said, it has happened before, and this is why I said, even if it was a sound problem, like a real sound problem, let's even say everybody else's act was good, and it came to him, and something happened just about the time he was about to climb the stage.
Then we know that, okay, this is actually really wrong.
I feel one of the
targeted
things,
to him.
No, it may still not have been.
But then again,
it may still not. If something went wrong just as it was about to climb the stage, you cannot say that it was targeted.
It was targeted.
There's no way to prove that it was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people are making it look like, oh my God, they're targeting African artists. If it was Burna Boy that was on stage, you know what he would have done. Whiskey would have walked around. Blah blah blah. Of course.
And then again, I would say that Rema did this because Burna Boy has done it before.
Of course.
I dare say that he did this.
Of course.
Because
if nobody had done it, exactly. So following in his footsteps, following in his footsteps is like the right thing to do.
Technically.
And leaving. Because honestly, if Burna Boy had not done it, to be honest, he is going to perform. I'm actually saying that he's going to perform. He might even do clap and sing for everybody. So you could have done it regardless.
To use the crowd as your prop.
Yes, he could have done it regardless as a performer.
Exactly. There are ways to have gone about it. Now, in case somebody's listening to this and saying, this is something, she's just going back and forth. I'm not. I agree that he should have, that he walked off the stage and
for
he
his
was
craft.
Right. Yes. I agree. But I also think that could have been an opportunity
for him to
do something different.
Yeah.
And I also understand when people say that, you're making it look like it's a bigger deal than it is, because you're blowing it out of proportion, trying to make it look like, it was targeted at Rema to make his act so bad. Mm-hmm. When in reality, chances are that it could have just really been a sound defect.
It was, actually.
So, two truths can coexist. I think he was right for walking out, because there's no way that would have been up to par with any other previous concert that he had done before.
Of course.
And he probably didn't want to sound like somebody who's new in the game.
Yeah, like
on that kind
a
of
newbie on a J. Cole's festival. Why not walk away? But I'm also thinking that, he could have done something better. He could have said, you know what, everybody put your hands together, we're gonna sing, we're gonna vibe, we're going to do this the old school way without the sound. I mean, there was music without sound at a point, without all the mics and everything, but people still had fun. So he could have done that at that time. We're just evolving.
Of course.
Yeah, exactly.
But
so he could have.
Not in that time.
Do you know that it would? No, it's fine. He could have done that, and it'd be like, that is a slap to their faces. At the end of the day, I still performed, I still delivered, and everybody loved it.
Of course.
But then again,
I agree with that. You know, so there are so many ways to look at this.
Yeah.
There's another way to look at this is the finance aspect of things. He came for the concert. Would he be paid?
We don't know about that.
Because he didn't perform.
We don't know about that.
He technically did not perform.
We don't know about that.
Whose fault it was.
But we don't know if he would be paid though.
And it's not just him. The people who came to sing with him, the band.
Yeah, they are all affected. So if he doesn't
getting any money,
if he doesn't get paid, he probably just settled them from his pocket. I mean, Rema is a big artist, so he's supposed to. He can do that.
I just wanted to point out that there would be a financial consequence.
Of course,
to this
as well. So, ladies and gentlemen,
in general, these are hot takes on the matter.
What do you think? You know me, I came from the part that he should do clap and sing, and something's like, she's actually of the agreement that. He was right to walk off the stage. I mean, protecting his craft from where he's coming from.
But there's still an iota of pride there, Sha. Me no lie. If not that
come on.
You know, I mean, I know who I am.
Imagine. Forget that she just won a Grammy. Yeah. If it was Tyler, she would still perform.
Yes.
Exactly.
But Tyler is a woman.
Okay. Points taken.
But just in case you're listening and you don't know what that means that she has a lot more to prove.
She has a lot more to prove and a lot more at stake.
She has a lot more at stake. There's so much more. Just being a woman changes everything.
You know what? I think that's it.
It really does. How many times in history have you heard that a woman walked off the stage because of sound issues?
Oh yeah.
How many times?
Or wardrobe malfunction. You will continue performing.
They would stay there.
You will stay there.
They would walk through it. Because they know that those opportunities don't come all the time.
It's a once in a lifetime
they don't
thing.
Come on. And media can now spin it and make it look so bad that nobody calls you again for shows.
Anyways.
And now they're the money day. Money day those shows. So as a woman now, you now come on the show, you now say because your leg in store. Or because the sound did not work, you now walked away. If I hear, but now Burna Boy has done this before. People rained insults on him, but he's still making his money, and they're still calling him for events. And look at abroad. In fact,
look at this thing. Look at this thing. So Burna Boy did it. They rained insults on him and a lot of backlash.
But it
Rema
did
money. It. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, we have to forget that part. It didn't affect him being called for other concerts.
No, of course. But now Rema did it, but Yeah, we respect Rema for walking out this stage. What's the difference?
It's the way he did it.
I mean, like
the way.
Burna Boy has always told people that I am not a chilled person.
We know, but
I will deck you.
That in itself is the problem. You can all you want.
I mean,
but truthfully, that's the problem. That's why I said the way he did it is why people support him.
Well, that's true.
You know, Burna,
I still support Burna Boy.
Exactly how
don't.
I think Burna went, going on about the sound is that they should be grateful that he's still willing to sing. Was it not that one that they said, oh, if this, I don't know, there was somebody that beg him that he would not have. That's you cannot tell me otherwise. That's reeking arrogance. That's reeking pride. But Rema is like, Africa is in the house and you guys are messing this up. You guys, what? He made it look like, it's not about me. It's about the continent. It's about it's about Afrobeats. So that's why. That's the difference.
Ladies and gentlemen,
what do you think? Put it in the comments. Shall we not talk? No,
we've talked about. We've said a lot. We want you to write down in the comments your thoughts. I'm actually really excited to read what you think, whether he was right about walking out or
whether you think he was
just like, I mean, this is an opportunity for him. Why didn't he use it? So, ladies and gentlemen, that's an episode of What's Happening. Until next time, you know the vibes, you know the drills. Do not forget to like, subscribe, and share this channel. Please, I beg you, in the name of Jesus. Okay? All right, bye-bye, people.